Hello, guys. Um, it is Clutch or X202 Clutch again after like 2 years of posting my last video. But there's a lot that has changed since then, and I have learned a lot more. And as you guys can probably tell, this is not the same tune either. I switched from being a main on the hero side, and I am now a villain. And instead of being Quantum, I am Gadgets. And I have improved on lots of stuff. And in my opinion, I am probably one of the more better trolls. But from aside all that, this is gonna be a new troll loadout video from before the revamp comes. So I guess let's start. So for gadget trolls, I guess there's different stuff that you can use, but this is what I'm gonna be using. So first you'd go to taser pull, fear gas stealth, defibrillator, and then cryofoam, gauss grenade, paralyzing dart, and then battle drone. But I don't use that. I mean, you can. I used to, but there's just something else that's better than that. And then in the devices, you just get sticky bomb, holographic decoy, and distract. Iconics, getting wisdom Solomon, intimidating gaze, and power or word of power. This is gonna be the supercharge that I use. You can use the other one. I just think this is a better supercharge than Battle Drone. So let's troll. So the moves that I use is Sticky Bomb instead of Taser Pull, and then Defibrillator for my power dump, Gauss Grenade for my defense debuff, Paralyzing Dart for my damage debuff, and then Word of Power for my supercharge, and Distract for my immunity or shield. If you're running something that involves a boss that heals, you can just take out Paralyzing Dart and put Cryofoam. But if not, then you just want to stick to Gauss Grenade and Paralyzing Dart. And also, Cryofoam is a healing debuff. If anyone that watched my other video from 2 years ago, it's a healing debuff, not heals over time, but it's a heal debuff. It reduces the healing of the boss. Just to get that clear. So this is what I use. Some people use they use holographic decoy or taser pull, and then I forgot what the other one is called. Some people use the where is it? No, here it is. Status field. I don't. I just this just fits my playstyle a lot more. Everything here is clippable with Defibrillator, which is your power dump, like I said before. So, which is a lot better. As you can see, everything is clippable. So it's pretty easy. You can just sit here and just spam defib, and you can just clip your debuffs or POT into it when needed. And as well, I now have over 100 skill points, and I'm over 200. So as well, I have 231 skill points, but not all of them are in. As you can see, I am missing 5 from the tree. But I spec in everything but shield, so like if I lose legendary, I can still switch my armories. And I haven't bought the weapon DLC for shield yet, so it's just yeah, I'm spec'd into everything but shield. Um, how I spec now is straight fight. Straight fight. You don't need any dom whatsoever. Trolls, they get stupid amount of dom than they need. So as you can tell, you just get everything. Your third, which would be your Vite, and then, Dom or Power, whichever one you prefer, it doesn't really matter. And then come and get your Weapon Mastery for each tree. So in this case, it's pistols, and then just get everything. As you can see, you need sweep shot, magnum round, jump shot, and loft shot. So those are the only moves that you need for to actually activate this. Well, you need to spend 20 skill points total, so it doesn't really like matter how you do it as long as you spend 20 and get those moves that are required. And then after that, you want to get your Vite, your Dom, and then your third or fourth tier Vite. That's all the way at the bottom. And then just continue like that throughout all your trees. And as well, I do see people using different weapons for not brawl, but I do see different people using different weapons for trolling, and a lot of people say that brawling's the best. It's not. It really isn't. The best weapon is the one that you're most comfortable with. For me, it is brawling. It is brawling, but yet I've been using brawling for a very long time, so I'm just used to it. So now let's just go into how I mod. Personally, I mod straight Vite. I don't need anything else. If you want to go for the bonus and the affinity bonuses, you can. It's not gonna hurt. If anything, it'll just make it better. But my skill set and my skill level fits. I like where it's at. And everyone says that reserve tank is broken. It is, but since I solo troll everything, it's not gonna hurt for the troll to run an extra for the reserve tank as long as you're only running one troll. The 25% power pull is gonna help as well. And as you can see, I have all of the latest gear besides my head and trinket. And I know that the stat revamp hasn't came yet, isn't here yet, but the higher your CR, the better you are. But I think that's only for like DPSs. Like the higher your CR is, the more damage you're gonna put out. But the way that DC made it for trolls is that the troll with the higher Vite, that's who the POT is gonna go to. So if you're running two trolls, and if the one troll has all the 165 gear and he's modded with all his type A through D mods, base mods, and he has all of this gear compared to a troll who has all of the OP pieces plus his base affinity mods, the one with the base affinity mods and all the OP gear is most likely gonna have more Vite than someone who has all of this gear. So the one who has all the OP gear is gonna have the higher Vite. And so running two trolls for, fighting over PLT is very useless. You're just wasting your power. And also, I do have this trinket. It is probably one of the best trinkets in the game for trolls, in my opinion. I do mess around with some of the other trinkets, like right now, at the moment of this video, there is, the Valentine's event is out, and there is a trinket that debuffs and stuff. I'm gonna try to use that. I'll see how that goes, but so far, I like this one. For the fact that it gives you power, it fights for you, and it buffs your Vite by 246, and that stacks with your trinket. Now, I actually just I don't ever use the accomplice, but I figured I would just go and grab it for the sake of the video. I don't use it, which I probably should. I use the orbital strike, which I don't. I'm pretty sure it's just kind of pointless for trolls. But you know, I use it just because. In all reality, this is probably much better for me running these two than running the orbital strike and the CPET. But you know, that's what I run. Now, I people, other trolls, they do stun. Like if you're running like a raid or an alert or something like that, they do tend to stun ads. You, as gadgets, you don't have to do that. You don't need to waste that extra power that you don't have if, say, you're running with just a bunch of power hungry people, like for example, a celestial healer who is constantly spamming and not using their weapon, an electric healer who is spamming constantly. You know, just people who just spam. You don't need to be on ads and be spamming paralyzing dart and gauss grenade in between your power dump. You don't need to do this. You don't. You're just wasting power that is unnecessary. The more power you have to spam, the better it's gonna be. So, that's just a little tip. Until you get to the bosses, you do not have to stun or waste your power on debuffs if you really don't want to. So until then, you don't have to worry about it. If people in your group are gonna bitch about it, you can tell them, oh well. And also, which comes to another part with the debuffs, with the boss, sometimes the debuffs will not show for you, but sometimes they will for others. So if you're having trouble and you don't know if your debuffs are on the boss or not, just ask your group. It'll help. The dumbest question is the one that you don't ask. So, uh, yeah, that's how that goes. And also, let me go to my stats. As you can see, my stats are okay. My Vite is 8514 and my Dom is 4668. And like I said, um, you don't need Dom. You don't need to spec in a Dom whatsoever. I have almost 5,000 Dom as a troll. This is probably better than most tanks now that don't have any skill points or anything. This is probably better than most tanks. So, um, yeah, don't spec in a Dom. You honestly don't have to. You can, but you're gonna be losing on a lot of Vite. So now, keep in mind my Vite is 8514. If I come out here and pop my trinket, both trinkets, my Vite goes up to 9563. You know, I'm not gonna do the math just because I'm not very good at math, but that's a shit ton. And as well as you can see, he's throwing stuff at them. And is he gonna? Let's see if I can get him to give me power or something. I guess he's not gonna give me power. But you know, he normally, as soon as he comes out, he gives you power. Oh, yep, see, just like that. He gives you like 200 power or something like that. But you know, he's just an all-around good trinket. And you know, as well, you have your supply drop for power. And you also have this little guy for power. Which also, like I said, I just put this in. I haven't used it at all yet. I'm gonna try it in like later, like in future raids and alerts that I run. But you know, that's just a little tip. And as well, you also have sodas. We have sodas, guys. They're in the vendor. Buy them, use them. Until you are out of choices to give power, like when your soda's on cooldown, your trinket, your little sea creature trinket is on cooldown, your supply drop's on cooldown, and your accomplice is on cooldown, and you don't have a supercharge or no power, ask for a supply drop of any sort or cola. um, you don't have to ever ask for a um, you don't ever have to ask for a supply drop until then. But yeah, I'm going to end the video there. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will check them this time. I didn't check them last time. And if you guys didn't enjoy the video or thought that it'll help in future, go ahead and hit the like button. I don't know if I'm gonna post anything else, but I do stream on twitch.tv/x2ozclutch, just like my YouTube. But I will see you guys next time.